Welcome guys to episode 835 of Minecraft, and I'm using the Rival Rebels mod. Now just take a look at this massive explosion. You can see the giant nuclear mushroom and it is kind of crazy. Let's get into this mod review. Well, that was rather an eventful explosion, and let's go look at the items that this, or weaponry that this mod offers you. So we'll go from least exciting to most exciting, I may suggest. This is a throwing knife, and there we go, we can throw it at a zombie, and if you miss, it'll just basically hit the ground and it'll pop off soon. There we go, we can pop off and pick it back up. The next one is a gas grenade, and it has a pretty cool effect like so. You gotta throw it far away, otherwise you get affected by it, and we'll get out of it and show you what it does. So we'll just go into survival mode, and currently we have slowness, and we'll go inside. There we go. You can, if you go inside the bubbles, you get the effects again, and you get slowness, poison, nausea, and also blindness. Now the bubbles actually last for around about 1 to 2 minutes, so it's suggested that you throw it quite far away because you're gonna get the evil potionness. Now let's go to the three main exciting weapons, and the green stuff is the nuclear fallout that was happened by the nuclear bomb in the intro, and we're going to go over here where some greenery is over, and we're going to do a little bit of an explosion. Say this is an RPG, and they shoot rockets. All the crafting recipes are listed in the thread below, because this mod has so much content to offer. I want to showcase it all, but I don't want to bore you guys too much with the crafting recipes, so we're just going to be showing the main key aspects and hopefully showing a lot of explosions. So basically, the RPG has the weakest of animations. It has a nice tail. It's very good, but there are better animation. This is the flamethrower, and you can see it has a slightly better animation. Very nice, although they are all very nice animations. I like them, but this is my second favorite one. Now, this is basically just a flamethrower, and the last one but not least is the Tesla. Now this boy is crazy. It has a range of 200 blocks and basically obliterates anything that gets in its way. See this brown cow? Okay, that was terrible. There we go. There we go. That went terribly wrong. Why did that? Okay, maybe if you're too close it won't work. Although I was in the air when I was testing it out. I've been testing this mod out. You can see my arena. It is pretty much all gone. Now let's go take on some a little bit of cows and see how they go with this mod. There we go. Okay, we're a little bit too close, but you can see the Tesla. It destroys absolutely everything in its course or path, and leaves a massive trail of destruction. You can see this is referred to even on the forum thread that it is extremely overpowered, very fun actually, and has a cool animation of sort of lightning emitting through the gun. Very nice, very fun to play around with, very fun to hold it down continuously and just destroy stuff. That is extremely fun. Now the next portion of this mod is the explosive section, where things get pretty nasty. Alright, so basically they come in boxes or crates. The weapons also come in crates, and if I go to survival mode, you just break it and you get all the necessary tools and equipment. I keep on saying basically. The crafting recipe is rather difficult to acquire, but you get absolutely everything that you want through the actual recipe. You get all the explosives that are required in this tier or section, and let's go test them all out. So the first one being is a timed bomb. You can see that the default time is actually 40 seconds, and if I get my pliers away because I've got a duplicate, I should be running away technically, but there's a 40-second explosion, and there is a timer on, but I've deleted or sort of made the opacity of chat is 0 because not enough items was annoying when it told me I got a new item. It kept on repeating it, but there is a countdown from 10 seconds, and then it will explode. So we're going to give it a 40-second timer. The green light is flashing, meaning that it is active, but if you want to deactivate it, all you need to use is the pliers, but I want to show you guys the animation of it, or you can just simply punch it and that will explode it instantly if you're not very patient like me. Now the next one is a landmine, not a landmine but a remote charge. You can throw down a remote charge and then pop it, and then punch it, and bam, we have the remote charge. That's great for setting up explosives if creepers are coming nearby and you want to explode them into smithereens. Now the next one is landmines. Now they look like normal grass, but as soon as you walk over them, they explode. So a better way of demonstrating that is by placing it right next to some grass. Now the best grass to use it on is jungle grass, because the texture of the actual grass is fairly similar. You can see that you won't notice it from far away, and the only reason why you may notice it is because I'm using a different texture pack. So if we just quickly run over this, and we shall get exploded into smithereens. Now, for the exciting part of the mod, this is what the mod you've guys been all waiting for, the nuclear bomb. So it comes in 2 pieces. It's actually a rather complicated method of creating a nuclear bomb. You get 2 crates, one being a top crate and one being the bottom crate, and you got to use pliers and you got to ply them together. Here is the bomb, and then you need to press it on this yellow tip over here, and you need to place in the nuclear elements, not there, that's where the fuse goes. The fuse goes in the center, and the more nuclear elements you go, the GUI turns redder and redder. There we go. And then you need to place a timed bomb at the end, and we have 27 seconds remaining. We gotta run away before the actual bomb explodes. One thing that I want to check out, actually I'll check it out later, is that if you take away the timed bomb, will it reset the actual timer? That's one thing that I want to look up on or investigate. But here we go, we're gonna get the nice rendering effect of a nuclear bomb. Very nice. The only thing that you gotta wait is the time, and of course it does tell you in the chat. There we go, here we go, we got pushed away, and whoa, there we go. Now one thing I must commend this mod on is there is no lag. Although my computer is very good, most explosion mods like this do tend to lag up your world, but not this. Very nicely done. I'm very impressed with this, and this was the biggest explosion you can do. You can see that you don't need to place all the actual nuclear elements in, and then you'll get a smaller explosion, but we like to do things with a big bang, and look at that. That is a very nice crater. I like that. And there we go, that's the end of it, and you can see the nuclear fallout, the stuff that is still in the air, the particles, that is still nuclear fallout. And if you walk on the grass that has nuclear fallout particles popping off them, I'm trying to find them, there was everywhere, but they seem to be missing now. Where is the nuclear fallout? You can still see the stuff is still going away, but I'm not liking it at all, which is kind of nice. There we go, we got some nuclear fallout over here. If I walk on this in survival mode, I will get poisoned, because that is nasty. You don't want to be walking over this dirt. It is rather bad. You wouldn't want to plant your wheat or pumpkins in here. That would make them disgusting. Although if you have to walk on the radioactive dirt, the way you can avoid getting the potion sickness is by sneaking and walking on like that. You won't get affected by the radioactive dirt. Now there is another side of this mod. This mod is heavily designed for player versus player battles. Now this is why there is a section of towers, and there is also a game that you can play, and you can also pick which clan you want to be on, what different flags you want to be. You can be a Deadmau5 team, and if you break this, you get all the cool items for your team. And I really wish there was a server where you can actually play against people. We'll have to explore that and see if we can actually get a sort of subscriber battle happening. But you get the armor, you get the ammo, you get basically everything that this mod has to entail. You can split that up with between 5 people, and this is the bunker. There are 2 teams. There's Omega, and there is also, if I can see, Sigma, and there is also, if I go switch over to creative mode and break this, because there is no actually door, there's no actual door, so you're gonna have to make your own door to escape. But if you want to actually do this, where am I going with this? What am I doing? I'm trying to find the Omega bunker, and the Omega bunker is here. My inventory is very messy from breaking these, but you have to be in survival mode, and all you need to do is punch that, and you get yourself an instant bunker. I did not create this bunker, it instantly builds, so it's sort of like insta houses. Now I just scratched the surface of this mod. I covered all the main concepts of this mod, and I'm sure that I've missed out on a couple of small things, but I've basically tried to touch base on all the main aspects of this mod. And it's been, oh, did you see that sheep die? The squids dying, everyone's dying from the radioactive dirt. but I'm having a bad feeling about this. But thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. And as always, have a nice day.